Hey everyone, T-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Neverwinter Nights. Alright, so we're going into the docks this episode. Like I said last time, I'm not certain exactly how much of the docks we're going to get done in this one. And I would like to get the whole thing done, but I'm not sure if we will. It's not particularly difficult, although it does have one pretty messy encounter. I'm somewhat worried about that. The rest is mostly just thugs. I should be able to massacre them rather effectively. And now I don't have Tommy either. Alright, I think both of these are empty. I should kill the guys that are going to spawn over here first, that way the guards don't do it for me.
I'll slit your throat!
So most of these guys can sneak attack you. Wow, I have missed this dude twice. There we go. But their sneak attacks are not super dangerous. They're just kind of annoying. These are pretty low-level enemies. Now that's not to say everyone out here is not dangerous. There's some you really need to watch out for. Smuggler's coins, you need to buy some special items, but they're not a necessity. Alright, so you can talk to this guy. Ask him some questions, he won't really answer much. But then he'll start following you. You can confront him on it, demand information on why he's following you. He'll tell you that he's looking for an easy mark so he can sell stuff to get smuggler's coins, because he wants to buy something at an auction. And then he'll give you the announcement for the auction, which a lot of enemies in this area have. Or if you don't like being followed, you can kill him, because he is a low-life thug. And worth experience. There, and now the entire docks district is cleared up, because there's a map on the back of that thing. So even if you want to buy maps to various areas, don't buy the one to the docks. It's not needed. In fact, it's usually pretty rare that I even get my first auction announcement from that guy. That group there usually drops one. Because it's a random but pretty common drop from enemies in the entire docks district. Alright, we have a little side quest here, working for the Master Sins to get their amulet back from Kalik, I think his name is. Yeah, Kalik. Second in command of the Blood Sailor Pirates, and the main antagonist of the Docks District. His fight can be kind of rough, but I should be able to take care of it. There's another false Hellknight. Alright, here's our first interaction with the Blood Sailors. What you want to do is antagonize them.
I'll plant the blade in your gut. Taste of my...
Oh, we're still fighting this one. Now, you really didn't think this one through, did you? You couldn't feel the magical aura emanating from the person that you were getting ready to fight? Not cleaving him, for some reason. I don't know why he does that. It's so annoying. Alright, so now we have some uniforms. We're going to need those a little later. You actually don't really need them. There are other things you can do, but they're pretty handy to keep around. There's another companion quest item, which only leaves 2 more, which are both in the Beggar's Nest. Alright, this chest isn't that bad as far as these kinds of chests go. I think it's slightly tougher than a normal one, and it resists 15 damage every strike. But this one over here is much worse. It's stop missing inanimate objects. You should be better than that. Or yeah, I think this one can absorb up to 40 points of physical damage, which means it's all fire damage that's going to be damaging it. Absurdly tough chests, and it really doesn't make sense. Eventually, I mean, you just start dealing so much damage that even these things go down in like one round once you attack them. But they're rather annoying at this stage. Alright. The Blood Sailor boat's been taken care of. We should head up and deal with the Silver Sails right now. This place is filled with big, nasty bugs. Spiders, beetles, all kinds of things. Alright, got some giant spiders. Now, giant spiders are not very strong, but they can still poison you. Oh my goodness, I'm rolling more ones in this, like, just this little episode here already than I have in pretty much the entire series. Which isn't that long yet, but still, it should not be happening that often. Alright, we're down to just a spider. Now, upstairs is going to be worse, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be, like, stag beetles or an ettercap or something. Okay, we have, oh, both, an ettercap and a stag beetle. Kill the ettercap first. Oh no, that stag beetle's gonna kill me. Oh. Ah! Oh, that's bad. Kill it now. Oh, yep, there we go. I didn't save before attacking those things. Man, why do I keep doing that? Normally I'm much better about quick saving. Yeah, stag beetles are something else. They just hit so hard. They get like a ton of extra damage on their strikes. I should be topped off to fight that thing. I should have been before. The ettercap's only a problem because it can throw webs around, which is sort of annoying, and it'll reduce my dexterity by a lot, if it does. Okay, and the stag beetle has decided it's gone now. Oh, it's been replaced by a dire spider. Kill that thing now. Oh, dang it, that is exactly what I was trying to prevent. Now it's drained my strength. Well, I was gonna have to rest anyway. Pretty sure there's a super trap up here that I'm gonna have to deal with. I just need to kill this thing right now before it gets an opportunity to poison me even worse. Oh my goodness. Stuck in the mode of just perpetual missing again. I hate these things. There we go. Alright, see, that thing is trying to web me. Oh, I didn't do this instead, actually. Yeah, get rid of the poison. Well, no, I don't think we're at that much of a risk. I can just run in and charge it. Even though I am slowed. Alright, yeah, I got him. I don't like the way that you just stop attacking when you get held by these things. They're still in range. Let me tear them up. Alright. Cast this now. Yep, there goes the trap. Another reagent. Although you don't need it for this chapter of the game, they can come in handy later. So the first time I actually died in this run-through was to the district I said wasn't really that much, like, it was less dangerous than most of the others.
Taste of my wrath!
I could have just used some of my enhancements against these things. Get another dragon's blood out of that. But you have to go through a super lock to get.
Pack is too heavy. It's difficult to carry.
Alright, the strength drain should wear off by the time I'm finished resting. Hopefully.
My pack
Yes.
is too heavy. It's difficult to carry.
Alright, then let's get the enhancements back on. The strength drain from that poison is just the absolute worst. Why is the circle on me? Oh, I got a 20 now. Oh, wait a second. I can just do this, and then reload. Get that stupid circle off of me. Don't know why it does that, but it's annoying. I hate it. Okay, we have a Wraith Spider. I think they disease you, or drain your strength or something if they hit you, so you definitely want to kill them. These dudes are only giving me 7. They are kind of like the weakest thing that you can encounter in the game, so that isn't a surprise. Alright. There's a sword spider in here.
Taste of my wrath!
I think some of these egg sacs or cocoons are random, but one of them has a chain shirt +1, I believe, which isn't particularly useful, but it's worth some pretty decent money. Yeah, there it is. I can't get through that jeweled door over there without Darnay, I think her name is, or Locket. That's one of the areas you can go through to access the end of the Doc storyline. I played through the game about twice before I even realized that was an option. Because that was a long time ago. I didn't really pay attention to anything I was doing. I just kind of ran through the game.
Taste of my wrath!
there's Hoff, the one that Tamora, I think her name is, wanted me to threaten. And I'm gonna kill him, because he's a brute.
I agree to it. Perish as you should. Taste of my wrath.
But this is the golden apple, right? Yeah. So they got this chest out front. The other side is just a door. However, inside, there are a couple things of interest. This is the stairs up, I believe. Yeah, let's just deal with this now. There's 2 thugs up here. Some of them can have merchant's coins, or smuggler's coins.
Taste of my wrath.
Alright, so we'll talk to Gilda. Alright, so she gives you a smuggler's coin if you ask for it. Calic gave it to her, I believe. Get one out of her, but if your charisma's too low, I think, she'll just say no, flat out. Alright, this over here is the entrance to the aqueducts. Another way to reach the final portion of this area. This blood sailor will tell you to get out, because it's their territory. If you try to go past him, he'll fight you. He's a lieutenant, so he's stronger than their regular dudes. They're the equivalent of gang leaders, or Meldanan apprentices for the docks. And then approaching this will spawn in a group down there. The wizard only has like 4 hit points and only casts very low level magic at you. Yeah, Ray of Frost there is a cantrip. That's not even a first level spell. It's about as weak as your magic can get. Light crossbow +2. Missile weapons that are enchanted aren't worth all that much money. But the +2 one should bring in a decent bit of money. You definitely want to carry a torch around in the first chapter, just to take care of all of those. Because each one is worth 25 experience. And that's a flat number. It doesn't matter what level you are, they're always worth 25 experience. So for me, that's not a big boost, but if you, like, brought in a high-level character, it's actually quite a bit for just carrying a torch. So here's the Androd estate, the last of the noble estates. I already used detect traps. I'm gonna need that thing. So let's see if I can't rest.
My pack is too heavy. It's difficult to carry.
There's a bunch of different trapped areas in this place, so I'm gonna need various detect traps. I should probably rest once I'm done with the Androd estate. Alright, this is the one I was thinking of when I said you walk in and immediately get attacked by two guards. There's two right at the entrance. Now, Androd's estate, it has one of the super locked chests. That's why I need detect traps. Or super trap chests, sorry. And it's just covered in locks, but most of it's not worth exploring because you can't get into a bunch of the stuff. In Androd's room, however, where the art object is, you can find the master key to the house. And that'll that'll just open. I'd say like 95% of the locks in the place. There's a couple that it won't. Some guard chests and the super trap chest, but the rest it will. So you just want to beeline it for that place right away. I seem to have trouble cleaving these guards. Alright, so this door is locked. Like most of them are. Oh, look, just a couple guards. Sometimes some attack dogs will be in this hallway too. Alright, that's a stronger guard. So is he. I should probably wait, make sure that he doesn't drop any loot. Okay. This little side room is fine to explore. It doesn't have any lootables in it, and the door itself is unlocked, so you don't need the key. Oh, it has direwolf dogs, though. Alright, well this took 7 years longer than it should have. I paid a good feat point to get cleave. It should be, you know, working right now. That's a tough door. There it goes. Alright, the second one is Androd's room. Or at least the room that leads to Androd's room. Holy cow. That's a durable guard. Yeah, see, now I'm cleaving him. Alright, this little guard barrack. It's got some guards in it, and I don't think Androd's key will open those chests, because they're not his, they're the guard chests. And so you might as well explore this one at the same time. Of course, why not? I have to wonder how clumsy you would need to be to miss the chest that is just sitting there. Now, of course, you run right into the corner of the room, because that's how you reach the locked door. Alright, got some crag cats. If you're not a high enough level, there can be a cougar in here, too. Alright, both of these doors and all of these chests are locked. You can see the trapped one over there. It's got the burn mark in front of it. That one, the key will not open either. Ugh. These things have smell immunity, too. I think that's like a a minor globe of invulnerability, so they're like protected against lower level spells. They're kind of a nightmare for a mage, though. Protection versus good. I don't really need that. I'll take it, though. Alright, so this one here is Androd's room. And...
What? No, please. Whatever you're here...
Alright, this cabinet is where he had his stuff. This chest of drawers over here will not open to the key either. So I should just destroy this individually. There's the last art object and his key. All of the rest of these chests are locked. But with the key, you can just straight open them. Dude, you're loaded. Getting magical items left and right from this place. Same thing with pretty much everything in this study. Even the desk is locked. Alright, now you can just open these hallway doors, no problem. More dogs. Sorry, wolves. Is that supposed to be a mastiff or something? Is that the idea? Like, if that's supposed to just be a guard dog you can get, it's way larger than the majority of dogs you would ever encounter. This here is another guard post. This should be the last of the guards in the estate. And since all of their chests are the ones with the pointy tops, none of them are trapped. Or locked, sorry. None of them are trapped either, but... you don't even need the key to get these ones. Alright, and that's the Androd estate. He can keep the key, it's not worth anything, and now all the locks have been sprung. Before I'm done, I want to break this thing, because this chest is super annoying. It's not one of the extremely tough ones, but it's tough enough that it's an annoyance. So I should head back to the Moonstone Mask now. I can give Tamora her brooch back. I can finish out the art objects. Get some pretty nice boots for now. But I don't know if I'll use them. I might have enough money by this point to just... oh yeah, I have way more than enough money. When did I get that much money? Besides, I'm gonna need to rest again, just to get my detect traps back. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Okay, so One of the only diamonds you can acquire for, like, forging purposes is from her. You have to successfully persuade her, and then she'll give you the diamond. There's one more that I think can show up in the docks, but I don't think it's a guaranteed, like, acquisition. These are really good boots. I'm gonna have better ones, because reflex saves, while helpful, are not my forte already, so I shouldn't just be going out and getting more. Like, going all in on that. There's ways you can compensate around it. Until her Hoff is dealt with, you just get a little bit of XP out of it. Yeah, 50 experience, and that's about it. And I can make even more money off of Torgo here.
Hey, I'll take it.
Don't need that anymore. I don't think you need it after you open the doors for like the first time. I keep it around just in case. Even if you ever do drop a key, you can use that pool of reflecting over in the Temple of Tyr and just pull out anything that you have left on the ground. 720 for that diamond. You can sell all the auction announcements, and there's no reason to keep them either. Which is why I picked them all up. I'm keeping that antidote potion. Those are handy. I'll hang on to one uniform. I don't think these weigh anything. They don't. 10 of them are worth 1 gold, too, so don't ever even bother thinking about selling them. Okay.
Too heavy. It's difficult to carry.
I will say this feels kind of cheap to do every time. Like, not like I'm exploiting the game or anything, right? They put these in for an hour level for a reason. These are supposed to be long-term enhancements. But it does kind of nullify a lot of the reasons you would ever play a fighter. Because you can have all these bonuses that pretty much turn you into just a brutal fighting machine. And then have your other spell capabilities for other purposes. Frankly, I think they overpowered clerics in this game a little bit. But I wouldn't complain about it. That sewer grate will come in handy later. We're not going to worry about the seedy tavern yet. There's some guys that... Okay, I don't want to get the assassins fighting me yet. Let's kill those thugs with the ranged weapons first. You guys need to die. These guys are using poison bolts, so they're worth a lot of money to sell. There we are. Kill the rest of these muggers. We're getting into the real, like, heavy criminal area of this place. The the east side of the map is just covered with criminals. Fastiliard there, you can give a gold piece and he'll tell you different ways to get into the seedy tavern there. Other than that, he doesn't really have a reason for existing. Okay, so we're gonna get attacked here. These guys are part of Fenthic's quest line. These dudes get progressively tougher each time there's 3 encounters like this. The peninsula does not have one. Black Lake, or the No Man's Land in Black Lake has one. This one here in the docks has one. And then down in the southeast of the Beggar's Nest, there's another one. And then that's all 3. Each one has a note that you give to Fenthic, and I don't think the next one in line can occur until you have given the note over. Yeah, so it's hints of conspiracy, I believe. Yeah, then hints of cult activity. And then hints of one other thing, but I don't remember what it is. More bolts. Hooray. I'll just sell those then. Okay, these thugs here, the ones who don't have the ranged weapons, are actually pretty tough. And they get sneak attacks, I believe. So you want to fight them on as even footing as you can get. There aren't a lot of them, but they're pretty tough. Okay, kill the archer. Yeah, that dude's getting sneak attacks. There's another one. The mugger sneak attacks I'm not worried about. I like how the rest of these guys are just, like, standing around emoting at me. Really? Oh, goodness. Stop letting him do that. There we go. It is weird that they're not running over to intervene. Jace here will tell you that his life is in despair. This burning wreckage here is his house. His family died from the plague, and he burned his house down to keep the plague from spreading because it infected the walls, he said. He's a depressed individual, and if you're really, like, the worst human being in existence, you can take what little money he has left. He'll be like, I have nothing but the shirt on my back, and I'm like, aha, you can afford a shirt on your back. Give it. And then he hands over a little money and curses your name. You really can just, like, play the devil if you want to. Oh boy, 3 of these guys. That's not good. Why is that dude moving so fast? What's wrong? Is he high on something? Use some cocaine before this fight. I'm thinking this is the last group of these guys, but it might not be. I am a little bit higher level than I should be at this point, or normally am at this point, I would say. They're worth a good bit of XP each kill, though. Taking a lot of health. I got a low-level healing kit I can use.
Let the earth take you!
This is a tough chest. All the really tough ones are these low, flat ones, and I don't know why. Alright, this locked house here is important. I'll be back to deal with this. This should be the last plague victim pyre in the area.
Perish as you should! Taste of my wrath!
I tell you, the AI in this playthrough has been really weird so far. I mean, these guys aren't running over to attack, which is something they always do. Half of the time I get in any fights at all, I'm not getting the cleave bonuses I should be getting. Now the guy chooses to attack, but I don't know, there's some really strange things going on. I'm surprised these guys are worth 17 experience. That seems like a lot for basically no effort in these kills. Alright, there's the sundial door for the mage's questline.
Perish as you should!
Alright, so over here, this, yeah, the 20 in a quiver. Dude with his bodyguards in here. He's a smith.
Can I help?
Now you can buy 3 smuggler's coins from him, but I'm pretty sure they're far too expensive to be worth getting. There's the Moonstone Mask, which weirdly enough is not sold by the Moonstone Mask. He has +1 variants of like every weapon, so if you don't already have a +1 weapon that you want, this is the place to be. He also has potions of heal. Holy cow. And I forgot to pick up the boots. Ooh. I'll take that. Bags of holding are awesome. They reduce 100% of all the weight put into them. Yeah, so buying the 3 smuggler's coins from him isn't really worth doing, in my opinion.
Perish as you should!
Because he charges too much for it to be worth it. That dude was waving as he was running, that thug was. Alright, see, these guys are swarming me. This is what I expected the last group to do. Alright, I think the interiors of all these places, there's 3 or 4 houses you can go into. These people are all innocents. They often just have like a little thing to search here and there. And you can get some info out of them if you talk to them. And if you're evil, you could probably threaten them for money. Just walk around robbing people, but I'm not evil. They're gonna double slit my throat. Weird, my attack of opportunity replaced my normal attack, so I didn't even get that. I'm still not getting cleaves on these guys. That one's moving really fast again. There's just another citizen. Okay, we're almost finished here. Just have a little bit more, and then we'll have come full circle. Oh, dang it, my stuff is wearing off.
My pack is too heavy. It's difficult to carry.
Alright, so yeah, we're definitely not going to be finishing the docks in this episode. I plan on finishing out this area and then going into the basement of that locked house. And then that's probably where I'll end this one, is finishing up the basement. There isn't a lot in the basement, but there's a pretty nasty fight. Okay, so here are the district guards. They're right over there. This is just another innocent person's house. The last of the muggers in the area should be down here. After them, all of the human enemies should be blood sailors. So the one time I get my cleave, it uses it not with my normal attacks, but instead of it. That dude was just... Okay, yeah, there's some seriously weird things going on. Game is bugging out every other second. I will say, I don't think I've ever encountered an actual game-breaking bug in this game. No, I did, once. At the end of the Luskan questline, but I was able to just import my character into the next module, because it was literally right up at the end and didn't change much anything. I have experienced a lot of bugs in the game, but most of them just don't really change that much. They're just kind of goofy and funky stuff like that. Okay, so we're done out here. I can't do anything more in the Silver Sails or the Aqueduct until the end of the place. And I think that's all the main optional areas. Like, the Locked House is technically optional. No, it's not. You do have to go through it. At least the upper portion. The basement's optional. And locked. So let's just open that up. So at the bottom of it, there's a bloated dire spider, which is like a dire spider on steroids, but worth the same amount of experience, enragingly enough. This whole area is just filled to the brim with traps. I think the best place to disable them would be in here. Yeah, I think that caught them. It's also filled with more bugs. Beetles and spiders are riddled throughout this place. I will say, disabling those traps is a big deal, too, because the spider, the big one, that's in there is just a nightmare. There's 2 more bloated dire spiders in the game. There's 3 total. All in specific locations. All of them nightmarish. Unfortunately, all of them are alone, too. Okay, a bombardier beetle. Some extra damage, but no annoying effects or anything. And I made my reflex save. Then I missed, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I rolled even worse there. Alright, that's all the side stuff. Through this door is the big one. I don't know how long this lasts. I think it's a turn. Alright, charge, kill this thing quick. Do I get multiple... Nope, don't kill it. Do I get multiple attacks? I do not. But my armor class is pretty crazy from the haste. Stop! Every time I fail a reflex save and get webbed, he stops attacking it. It's enraging. Please don't let it hit me. Okay, thank the Lord. Its poison is the worst. Okay, it's dead. This room is normally filled with various traps. Pretty bad traps. This chest, those smuggler's coins and the potions of restoration, those are always there. And this is one of the super nasty trapped chests. There we go. Okay, that went very smoothly because I used every buff in the book. But it's dead, which is all that matters. Alright, well, with that taken care of, so we have the locked house, then I gotta go into the CD Tavern, and then once I'm done there, gotta go to the Aqueduct, and then the Silver Sails. You only have to go to one of those 2 places, but I'm gonna go to both. I do, however, want to do some stuff I missed doing first. So, I gotta go sell some things. Then I want to pick up those boots. And then maybe get a better cloak. This is a deflection modifier. I think that might be what the boots are. No, the boots are probably dodge. Alright, so I don't think I have anything in either of those. Stop that. There we go. $2,000 for those bolts. Got a bunch of smuggler's coins. A ton of them. And the anonymous letter to turn over. So, I Need to talk to Nyatar, however you want to say his name. Pick up my boots. Then I gotta speak to Erebeth and see what she's got. Because I've got enough money to afford quite a bit at the moment.
Plagued.
Alright. So that's a dodge modifier, plus an extra constitution point.
One of the I believe I heard Lord Nash and...
Okay, so she has a nymph cloak, I believe. No, she does not. Or someone else in the city's got a nymph cloak. What's this? That's a deflection modifier. So if I... I could wear a nymph cloak instead of this. Now, that wouldn't do me any good right now, would it? No, because my charisma... Well, it's at a 15. What puts it at 15? This does. So yeah, another one put it at 16, which would give me better bonuses. Yeah, I can do that.
I believe I heard... Let me see.
Oh, sorry about that.
I believe I...
Here we go. So yeah, we take the Ring of Protection. Doesn't do anything right now. I think El Tor is the one who has a nymph cloak on her. It says very difficult to kill her, but she's actually invulnerable. I've tried to kill her before when I tried to kill everyone in the city core. Her, Dester, Fenthic, Olaf, the Moonstone Mask Woman, Ophala, and Erebeth, Administrator Muland, the Half-Orc and the Shining Knights, Arms and Armor stuff. They're all invincible. So is Sergal, the guy at the portal. However, what they will do is chase you down with their invincibility and try to beat you to death with their bare hands. Alright, so now I should have a 16 charisma. Awesome. I'm not going to have this helmet on forever. By the second chapter, I should be able to get a better one. I'm going to try to save up my money now for that better one, because it's really expensive, but it's awesome to keep around. Hopefully by that point, though, I can get a Nymph Cloak +2, so that I can still offset the charisma bonus. Alright, I think we should rest now. Oh, right, and Fenthic. Goodness, what's weighing me down so much? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be right back for that thing. Just want to run by, give him the note, and get out.
Hello again.
He has got to be the hardest person to persuade in the entire game. I have only successfully persuaded him one time in everything I've ever played with. And this dude's actually, like, this character has a pretty high persuade right now. Yeah, it's a 16. Because on top of all my normal levels, I get +3 from my charisma. And then I get an extra +3 from this thing, so... yeah, the fact that he can still resist the persuade means he's very difficult to persuade. So I'm pretty close to leveling up. Whoa. Which won't have a super significant impact at the moment, but another level up's another level up. And once I hit level 9, all of my enhancements go to +3 on my armor and my weapons. Plus I'll get level 5 spells, although I'm not sure exactly what's in level 5 spells, but, you know, that's all for later. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.